Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. You've seen that seeing is believing. Your ears and your eyes will be bleeding. Please check to see if you're still breathing. Do you want it? Do you need it? Let me hear it. Ladies and gentlemen, do you want it? Do you need it? Let me hear it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Please come inside. Ladies and gentlemen, do you want it? Do you need it? Let me hear it. Ladies and gentlemen, do you want it? Do you need it? Let me hear it.
Only on PlayStation 3, starting at $3.99.
Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed that intro of the PlayStation 3. The PlayStation 3 is my top favorite game system of all time. It's the one I have the most games for and I collect still steady for at times. So I decided to do a top 5 that will be showing up every once a month, every once or twice a month, once every 2 months. It'll come along and it'll have lists, it's not going to be something that I'm going to run into the ground. I plan to space it out. So, I hope you enjoy this first top 5 list. My top 5 favorite PlayStation 3 games of all time.
Well, we're waiting.
From all corners of the PlayStation universe come all the stars of the PlayStation universe. Bring on the best of the best of the best. With PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, fight it out in multiplayer via the new PS Vita and PS3 crossplay feature, and discover who is the star of all stars. Buy PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale now for PS3 and get the PS Vita version included.
Number 5 is PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. Now, PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale didn't really get a lot of good reviews when it came out. A lot of people compared it to Smash Brothers for Nintendo, and Smash Brothers is the ultimate type melee combat game where, and I've played Smash Brothers, but I really like Battle Royale more. And with Battle Royale, it came out for the PlayStation 3 and Vita. And when I first got this game, or when I first played this game, is actually with my friend Mark and Adam. And I sucked. Yes, I sucked. I was awful at it. And I only had one fighter that was good with it. It was Dante from DMC. It was the Dante that nobody likes, that when they remade him. So I would just do this sword attack all the time. And it was pretty good. And I, doing the special combo moves was easy to do. And I could actually get wins at it. But one day, a couple years later, I came back to play that game for the PlayStation 3 as I collected for the system. And I surprised myself. I was actually very good at the game. I actually started playing a bunch of the other characters, I think Fat Princess and a bunch of the other characters that they had in this game, and it was really good. And it really surprised me that I was good beyond Dante, and I've got most of the endings for each character unlocked already and got trophies for. So, PlayStation 3 Battle Royale, it deserves better, and it's one of my all-time favorite PlayStation 3 games to play. Now, this game does not have a commercial. This game, sadly, I looked, and I think I seen a Japanese commercial, but it wouldn't have worked really well. And one of my top 5 favorite games, one of my favorite games for the PlayStation 3 is Catherine. Catherine, to me, is one of the best games, puzzle games that you'll ever play. You take control of Vincent, who can't decide between two women. It's Catherine with a C and Catherine with a K. He is pretty much torn between these two women, and the decision he makes will either be his salvation or doom him. A game created by Atlus. It's one of the most unique puzzle games, and each move you make matters. You have to do things on your off time before you go to sleep at night and have to climb the puzzle. And you're being chased by these creatures, and it's so twisted and bizarre. And there's people that's dressed as sheep in this game. They're like, and it's the most bizarre game. With it's very, like I said, it's very unique as a game that you're going to play, and the ending is one that I like. There's endings, the good ending, and there's bad endings, and as you go along, you see where your meter lands. And yeah, if you have to play a unique puzzle game, Catherine for the PlayStation 3 is one of the best. Now, they did a remaster of this game for the PlayStation 4, and they added a third option, which I'm not going to get into because I've not played it yet, but I have played this one, and this one is really damn good.
夢見た世界を君は旅する。二の国白き聖杯の女王。PlayStation 3.
The PlayStation 3 has a lot of good RPGs for the system. And one of my favorites RPGs, and this is one that I had to weigh. There was a couple that I could have picked in this position, and I went with the Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. When I picked up this game, I picked it up mostly for the Studio Ghibli art. I guess I'm trying to pronounce this right. Now, the Studio G art, that way I won't pronounce it wrong, I'll just call it Studio G. The art from that is one of the reasons I picked it up. And the story is just a beautiful story about a young boy. And he goes to the land of Ni no Kuni. And the first 10 to 15 minutes will just grab you emotionally in this game. And you're gonna be shook. You're gonna be hurt. You're gonna be sitting there. It's a very, very tough emotional deal. But once you get past that, you get to a great fantasy world where you're pretty much drawn in with the art and the story alone. The battle system is easy to work. And like I said, it has one of the best stories for the PlayStation 3.
They get us all killed!
Pray that he is not bluffing.
Don't ever see it coming.
Yeah, well, payback's a bitch.
Never give up!
Sure hope you know what you're doing.
I don't have the faintest idea.
Now, another favorite game of mine for the PlayStation 3, as you can tell, was Uncharted 2 Among Thieves. Uncharted 2, the moment the game starts, it just yanks you in like Ni no Kuni did. The game just pulls you in, and you just start the adventure of Nathan Drake from that moment on. Uncharted 2 to me has the best level, the city level, where the city is being destroyed and you're racing along through buildings that's getting blown to hell. And it's just a very fun game. I got most of my gun trophies on the city level. That's the one that I would play repeatedly because, like I said, it's my favorite level. Of the 3 Uncharted games, which are all good on the PlayStation 3, the best one to me personally is Uncharted 2 Among Thieves. It introduces new characters, it introduces new situations, and like I said, the action alone in it is worthwhile.
We are the future of Gotham! I will stop you.
Now, as part of my top 5, this is the number 1, but all of these games are number 1 to me. But in terms of the best and greatest Batman game of all time, I have to give it to Arkham City. There has been, a lot of people give Arkham Asylum that nod, and Arkham Asylum is a is a great game. I am not lying about that. Arkham Asylum is a great game to play, but Arkham City is where Rocksteady tops itself. As Batman, you scour the city of Gotham, or Arkham City that's been cut off from Gotham. You're pretty much dropping down on rogues and beating up people in the streets that's prowling the streets. You are Batman. And this game with Kevin Conroy's voice and Mark Hamill's Joker, it's just iconic. Rocksteady really set the bar so high with Arkham City, and there was no way they could ever top it. It was just like one of those games that you just look at and realize there's no way that any game can ever top Arkham City, as with Batman. And even though Arkham Knight tried, and even though Arkham Origins missed the mark a lot, that wasn't by Rocksteady on Origins, but Arkham City is just beautiful. It's perfect. The story just grabs you, and it's just one of those all-time best Batman games that's ever been made. And I'll always hold that game up highly. And if there was a game that I had to say that on a desert island, and all you had was a PlayStation 3, I would say Arkham City. I hope you enjoyed that top 5 list. Like I said, all these games to me on the PlayStation 3 are perfect. They could all be number 1. And I just wanted to make this list for you to see what I personally liked on the system as my top 5 favorites. And if you're over on a desert island, I would say get these games. Which, you never know. Yeah. But I hope you enjoyed this list. Until next time, and if the reaction's good, I'll do another top 5 list later on. Thanks for watching.